Hey guys, it's Justin, aka Hambone, just here to let you know a couple of things that we have going on with the channel. One, we have a Patreon. If you can and want to support us, you can do that. Little as $1. You can join the Discord. We also have a merch store where you can get some cool shirts, mugs, and stuff with all of our different shows and labels on there. And thank you for all of our supporters that have already been there with us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Starting 11, the soccer recap show here on the Let's Get Ready Network. And this is our last World Cup episode, Snark.
Oh my gosh, it feels like it's been an entire month covering the World Cup.
just an incredibly long time. Matt Munoz, our buddy, is here too, and we're going to recap the World Cup final today. And then at the end, Snark and I are going to make some predictions on the first two rounds back of the Premier League. But it's crazy to think that that's starting again on Monday. But let's talk about the World Cup final. It might be the best game of football I've ever seen.
I think that's what the announcer even was saying on the stream, that this is might be the best game of football ever played. I think that is, it's recency bias and stuff like that. Definitely. But maybe, the most entertaining game at such a high level ever. Yeah. I would say that for sure. Like with the most stakes and just the individual performances. What more could Mbappe have done? Messi just proved how magic he actually is. Maybe cementing himself as the greatest player who's ever played the game. That'll be up for, people not as, dumb as me to decide. But I would say right now, by far, when you consider a lot of people put Maradona in the conversation, especially as for Argentines and stuff. Some people there's always going to be the guys that want to talk shit. And they'll say, well, he's not even the best Argentine player, Maradona plays. Maradona was an excellent player. Messi has twice as many goals as Maradona. Twice as many goals and less games. So yeah, I think there's no question who the better player was. But yeah, it was certainly a thrilling final. It was a fantastic tournament. There was so many upsets in the lead up. Individual performances, like there were star-making performances. There was huge letdowns from teams and players. Matt, what did you think of watching the World Cup along with us?
Oh man, it was awesome. It was the first time I really actually tuned into more than maybe 5-10 minutes of a game or something. So I actually watched probably 5 or 6 full matches, I think. Mm-hmm. And yeah, but that final was something else though. It was just so crazy. Who would think they're gonna wait 75 minutes to come back and score, and then they're gonna do it again a minute later? Get the fuck out of here! Oh man, that was crazy.
And that tying goal was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I thought the penalty or whatever, it was soft and you could see the dive and stuff like that. But Di Maria was caught. I thought that penalty was kind of light as well. Yeah. So I think they both kind of evened themselves out. I thought the Polish referee did a fantastic job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the story. If you look at the French press. He's the story.
He's the story.
But they're gonna. Guess what, guys? The French are gonna find a reason to complain. So it's what it's what it is. I thought that second Mbappe goal was amazing. The second Argentine goal, that little flick that Messi does to get it up to McAllister there, and then in for Di Maria, incredible. The way that Messi scores the go-ahead goal in extra time with the guy in the box, and for some reason the assistant linesman putting the offside flag up for a second.
Yeah.
And the refs just pointed to the spot. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It was nowhere close. It was nowhere close.
Yeah.
I guess the guy was just getting a little eager or whatever for some reason. But you could see, like, I was wondering, like, I remember when we were watching it, thinking right away, it's a goal. That's a goal. That's in. And then I started thinking, oh, or is it? Because I saw the guy in. Then I saw the guy in the net. So it's like, oh, did he block and then fall in? It's like, no, he was like 2 feet in the net. And they hit him.
Yeah.
He played deeper than the goalie.
Yeah.
And then Martinez again for the penalty kicks, showing his goddamn quality there. But I think that, I think that's like those motion goalies, like for penalty kicks, where he's moving back and forth, and he's always moving. I think Argentina figures it out and says, just shoot straight.
Yeah.
These guys have momentum going one way. They're not going to stay in the same spot. So they're going to go one way. But everyone wants to go to
France went
to the right of the keeper.
Right. Yeah, every time. Time.
Like, go straight. Go straight. Chimani at the end figured it out, but it was too late.
Yeah. Emi Martinez is kind of renowned for his shithousery on penalty kicks.
And you gotta love the shoulder, the shoulder shaking, the shimmy.
Speaking of goalies, he had a hand on almost every ball that got through. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't lacking. He wasn't slacking that game.
It was a fantastic job. Fantastic job.
Fantastic.
Does any of the let's go back. Let's like the tournament as a whole. Is there any performances, anything like that stood out to you, Adelia? I had a couple, aside from just the final and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought Wojciech Szczesny was very good in the Polish game against Argentina. The penalty save on Messi.
He was excellent.
He was probably my goalkeeper of the tournament while Poland was still in the tournament. But as it went on, Emi Martinez ended up winning the Gold Glove, and I thought that was very deserving. The Moroccans, like, what can you say about the Moroccans? They were incredible in this tournament, and I can't single out one player on the Moroccan team. Ziyech was very good. Hakimi was very good, and Nesri up front scored the header. Like
Bono and net. You had Chesney as your top goalkeeper. I would have said Bono. I thought he was incredible as well. For a team that didn't allow any goals until it was time to pay the piper for how far they got, which is incredible. No African team ever making it to a semifinal before the Moroccans, so congrats to them. I got a couple of guys. I know just from individual performances in the run-up, like Kudus for Ghana, I thought was very good. He had a really good game against Korea. Valencia for Ecuador had a heck of a tournament as well. Gakpo for the Swiss, and he's gonna get paid. But yeah, so those are just kind of those little things that I hope people don't forget that happen. And so Argentina lost a match this year to Saudi Arabia.
It's mind-blowing to think about in retrospect.
I mean, they have so much grass out there.
Yeah, at the beginning of this tournament, when that happened, could I have foreseen Argentina buckling down and winning this thing? There was no chance. I had zero confidence in that.
It was very much the Spain in 2010 kind of thing. Lose the first match, get a wake-up call, and buckle down and get the job done. Argentina did it with a bit more flair than the Spanishness maybe did in 2010. More goals, but same sort of thing. Argentina now the second team ever to lose their opening match and win the World Cup.
Yeah, but never to a team like Saudi Arabia. Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
Snark, I still can't believe that happened.
Nope.
I can't.
It's unbelievable.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, unbelievable. And they were up 1-0 off of the penalty kick again from Messi and stuff like that, and then just decided not to play defense.
They had like 3 or 4 goals called back for offside in that
Yep.
game. Like it's astounding to me that they lost that game.
Incredible.
Nothing
And then
matters.
Saudi Arabia, after that, just decides they're going to play flop football and just drop to the ground every time anybody was near them and just totally derail their entire game. And maybe they'll learn from it. They don't have to do it. But yeah, it was good for them. Good for them to be the only team to beat the world champions at the World Cup. Do you have a favorite match? Like, let's say not the final. A final, obviously, incredible. It's one for the ages.
That's tough.
You know,
That oh, go ahead,
I'm
Matt.
sorry. Well, I was just gonna say, we're talking about Messi, we're talking about Mbappe, but the one name that stood out to me in this tournament was Voot. You gotta watch out for fucking Voot.
Yeah, that Voet Weghorst from the Netherlands. That leads me into the game that I was actually about to choose for this, which is that Argentina Netherlands game in the quarterfinals. That was something that just collapsed at the end of regular time by Argentina to get it to, and the Dutch coming back through Voet to get it, and that goal with the ball going underneath the wall because they didn't have the guy laying behind it. Like,
smart. That was so smart.
It was so smart.
Still seems so weird how the ball got underneath Martinez there. It was strange. It was a very strange goal to look at, but smart. Good. It was them keeping their heads up. Voot, there it is for sure. Like mine, like I had a couple in my head. I had the Serbia Cameroon game.
That was a good one.
That was 3-3 or whatever. It's just back and forth, and the Cameroon manager going crazy. That same day, I think it was the same day, Ghana and Korea played that 3-2 game.
That was a good game too.
Yeah, where Ghana was up by 2 and Korea comes back, scores those other 2, and then Ghana gets the winner. But just the look on that one, they had the camera on that one fan, and you could see the entire arc of human emotion in this guy within 90 minutes. It was crazy. It was fantastic. And of course, when Japan beat Germany, unbelievable. It was unbelievable and well worth it. And lots of teams beat the Belgians and stuff like that. So like there's teams and lots of teams beat Germany. Like they didn't qualify and stuff like that. So I don't know if you can call them upsets and stuff like that anymore. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to see results like that. And now we got to wait another 4 years, where hopefully stadiums have already been built. Hopefully we won't have to put 100 or 200 workers into a warehouse with one toilet and use the same water for your toilet as you do for your kitchen. But hopefully that doesn't happen in the next World Cup, and there's thousands of people dead.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
I think we're okay there.
Well, I've been to Toronto. It's 50-50.
I am grateful that I will hopefully never have to see another positive Visit Qatar commercial again. Like, I hated every second of those. Like,
I don't think I ever watched one. I can honestly say I don't remember ever seeing it. I don't think they showed them here in Canada.
They were on like every commercial break on Fox.
Yeah.
I heard that there was like this whole thing with David Beckham, like talking about all the things he loves to do in Qatar or something like that.
Sure, there's probably something like that.
Sure, pal. But yeah, I never saw any of those.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I never want to think about the Qatari whole like experience and everything of this tournament in a shimmery positive manner again. Like, there was nothing positive about this at all. The football was great.
Yeah, aside from the field, aside from what happened on the field,
fantastic. Everything else about this tournament sucked.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Except the fans, right? The fans were pretty great.
The fans were pretty great.
Yeah, they were sober.
Yeah, they were sober. That helped.
Yeah, you know, you didn't have any reports of hooliganism. I can tell you that. I never heard anything that, especially
Hooligans.
when England's going up against France, and you don't hear about any of the violence going on around outside. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Can't complain about that.
Yeah.
Now, Matt, I think that's all of us. This is our first time ever doing watch-alongs on the network. My first time doing watch-alongs for anything. Did you guys like doing them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just a little early in the morning.
I was gonna say I liked them, but at least 7 o'clock in the morning to watch to be up and ready to talk about a football game would be a little much to do most of the time. At least, yeah. And here's another bonus: we're getting the next World Cup at half decent hours of the day.
Yeah.
So we won't be up that early anymore.
You're
I'm not
welcome,
sure what
world.
time. This is our gift to you. I think the matches are like 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 5 o'clock or something like that for the ones going forward.
I don't know that there's going to be 4 matches in a day in the next World Cup either. That was a
doubt
lot during the group stage,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a lot of fun to watch.
And so many hamstring injuries. You can see people I think it was just too much. It's too much, guys.
Yeah.
But FIFA gets their money, and more importantly, the guys who run the football federations get their money, which is all that really counts when you think about it. That's where the money should go. Matt Munoz.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us for the World Cup, buddy. Anything you want to plug while you're still here?
Check me out on Entertainment Newsbreak on Tuesdays. Sometimes I pop in there. And you can find me on my channel. It's just Matt Munoz, but probably easier to look up the show Talking Smack with Matt. Find me there.
Smack talker.
Thank you for joining us, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for joining me for the watch-alongs, too, because those were a lot of fun.
All righty. I'll pop
in. Great job, buddy.
Bye, Matt. So now the World Cup's over.
That's it.
And so, of course, we get a week
of
just nothing. And then Monday, Boxing Day for some, is the Premier League's back.
It's back. It'll be like it never left, because it's going to be running for almost 2 straight weeks, a match almost every day. I think it takes a Thursday off for some reason.
Yeah, lots of matches coming up.
There's
before we delve into predictions, let me just say next Monday, the 26th, or next week there will be no starting 11 next week.
No.
We will be back on January 3rd, recording it the 2nd, but we will be back on January 3rd for the next episode of Starting 11. Get a little holiday break in there while we absorb the restart of the Premier League, because if we recorded when we normally record next week, we'd be talking about one day of matches and not everyone would have played, and it wouldn't make any sense.
It made no sense to talk about it.
Yeah.
To be fair, for us to do this, we have to talk about a lot of matches. But right now, because it's up in the air, it's whatever. First thing we should talk about before we do, not everybody in the Premier League had players come out unscathed from the World Cup. I'm looking specifically at you, Adelia. Have you heard any news on Gabby Jesus?
Gabriel Jesus, I believe, is out for 3 months at least.
Yeah.
And it's a big blow. Eddie Nketiah will probably be leading the line. I imagine we'll bring somebody else in January, just because I don't know who backs up Eddie Nketiah. I like Eddie a lot. I think Eddie is a good player. He's not the level of Gabriel Jesus, and I'm a little concerned. But Gabriel Jesus hadn't scored in like 8 matches or something before we led into the World Cup, so I also feel like we're capable of performing and winning without goals from necessarily the striker. So
it's something that we've been talking about on the show, where Arsenal's in a position where they don't have to depend on strikers. They get goals from all over the pitch.
Yeah.
The problem is because they push so far forward. At some point, somebody's going to realize, and they're going to be playing the ball over them. But it hasn't happened yet, and we're this far into the season, so whatever they're doing is working.
Everybody's also just had a month to analyze how everybody else in the league has been playing this whole season. So I feel like we're going to get an entirely different league when we come back.
It's gonna be very interesting. As for Chelsea, Armando Broa tore his knee apart in a friendly against I think it was Villa in the UAE, and he's done for the year. So our never-ending quest for strikers continued. And poor Broa, like he's an academy kid. He's Chelsea through and through. He's finally getting his chance with the first team. And a big kid, like you'd like to see him succeed. He has flashes where you can see he has that in him or whatever to press ahead, but I don't think the confidence to do it. So he wasn't quite ready for any kind of starting position and stuff like that yet. But he had a couple of starts, so it was good for him. You could see the improvement. But now he's going to have to lose a spot again, especially when he comes back, because whoever we sign, I doubt we're doing it for a little bit, because we're fucking not signing Ronaldo. I can tell you that. No way. There's no way that's happening. Please, God, there's no way.
If I was a team owner, I don't care if it's in Saudi Arabia or not. I'm not touching signing Ronaldo.
Saudi Arabia would sign him, no problem. They would have no problem.
I know they have no problem because they've already talked about how they'd have no problem signing him. But like, if you went to like somebody that like, if they want him to go down there and just like practice every once in a while and come on for 15 minutes and score a couple of goals, because that's what he can do down there, great. Yep. But like, I wouldn't want him on Arsenal. I know you don't want him on Chelsea. Like, I don't know any team in the Premier League that would want him there. Real Madrid, he's training at Real Madrid. They've already said, no, we're not signing you either. Like, I just don't think he has many options as to where to go.
Yeah, it's what you get when you've put yourself before your team for so long. But anyways, that's fine. Let's get to predicting. Adelia, it's time to get our predicting hats on. Okay. So Boxing Day, or as you Yanks call it, December 26th.
Yeah.
Is that a Monday this year?
It's a Monday.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to start with this. I think it's Brentford. Did you hear that the guy who owns the Golden Knights in the NHL, I believe, is buying Brentford?
Not Brentford, Bournemouth.
Is he Bournemouth? So he's going to buy a team. Yeah, is he going to buy a team that isn't going to? Well, you can hope he likes them in the Champions League, because he's not going to be playing in the championship, because he isn't playing in the Premiership for long. But that's fine. So we got Bees, we got Spurs.
I mean,
in London. Obviously.
It's in London, not that, like, yeah.
Obviously.
It's at Brentford.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Spurs. I don't want to, but I think Spurs are better than Brentford.
So you think Harry Kane's heartache is he's gonna get over it? He isn't gonna be crying when he gets onto the pitch?
I think the Brentford fans are gonna let him have it, and we'll see how he responds. Yeah. But I think the rest of the Spurs team is better than the Brentford team.
Yeah, maybe not the best to have that first game on the road if you're Harry Kane. But I agree. I think they could beat Brentford, even though Brentford hasn't played too poorly.
No, Brentford's been decent this year, but I think Spurs wins.
Yeah. Here's an interesting one. Palace and Fulham. Palace was doing better towards the end of the year. Not so much at the beginning.
Yeah.
Fulham should have a healthy Mitrovic.
I've been oddly impressed with Fulham. I was not expecting this from Fulham this year, and I think they're in the top 10 still in the standings. I'm gonna go with Fulham. I know it's at Palace, but I'm gonna go with Fulham.
I was thinking the same thing. Now, with Mitrovic being healthy again, if he wants to impose his will, I don't see any way that Palace is going to be able to stop him. Everton versus the Wolverhampton Wanderers.
This is going to be Wolves' first game, really, with the manager, right? Lopetegui.
I thought didn't he get the one in before? But yeah, either way, Lopetegui's there, and he's had
And
a
he's had a
month.
month.
He's had a month with players.
Um,
It's not like too many of them went to the World Cup.
I have not been impressed with Everton at all so far this year. I'm gonna go with Wolves. Let's see what
Ooh.
Lopetegui can get them to do.
All right. I'm going to go with Everton at home. Yeah, it's just that the Wolves have been so bad. They've been pretty bad.
Yeah.
And, God, I just want Frank Lampard to keep his job. Leicester, Newcastle.
Newcastle.
One of maybe the best story of the Premier League so far.
Yeah, they've definitely been a surprise. Playing very well. Eddie Howe doing a great job. So
Fantastic job. I'm agreeing with you there. Brighton and Southampton. The Saints. They're going to come marching in.
Southampton's got the new manager, but Brighton was doing really well with their new manager prior to the break. So I'm going to go with Brighton.
This is one I'm going to call a draw.
Okay.
Villa versus Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Do I trust anybody on Liverpool enough? Nunez had not a bad World Cup. Yeah, I can. Yeah, okay, Liverpool. I think you're right. Arsenal versus West Ham.
Arsenal.
Where are they playing this match? That could make a
At
difference.
the Emirates.
They're playing it. Oh, they're playing it at the Emirates. Is that where Arsenal plays?
Yes.
Well, I think you may be right. I'm gonna take a flyer on Arsenal beating frigging West Ham.
If we don't beat West Ham, I'll be very concerned.
Chelsea versus the aforementioned AFC Bournemouth.
Chelsea.
Gotta hope so, but yeah, we gotta be able to beat them with no matter who we got. Maybe Raheem Sterling is gonna come back with some kind of renewed vigor. Maybe Hakim Ziyech is gonna find a way onto the squad. Maybe
they should
who
play
knows?
him after the way he played at the World Cup. They should.
They should. I think at least, if not, play him again just to boost his sell value because it sure looks like he's going to go to. To AC Milan, which is unfortunate, but he's climbing over all these other guys that between Tuchel and what Graham Potter's done and Bowley and everything that happened with the old regime and stuff like that. It's such a jumbled mess. Everything needs to just get sorted out. It's going to cost money and we're going to be a laughingstock for a bit, but it'll get turned around at some point. All right, Man U and Nottingham Forest.
Man United.
This is at Old Trafford. And I think you're right. And I like to pick Forest every once in a while. It just doesn't really work out for me, but I'm not going to do that this time. Leeds, Man City.
Boy, I wonder. Man City.
This is on the 28th of December. This is the Wednesday game, I believe, for whatever reason. Yeah. I don't know why they couldn't have stuck it into a Tuesday, but whatever.
Yeah, it's weird. This the whole way this schedule is just weird.
Bizarre. It's a bizarre. West Ham versus Brentford after that. Another London derby.
Brentford, I think.
Yeah. I will never count on West Ham for anything, Sir Jerks. Liverpool and Leicester.
Liverpool. I don't trust Leicester. They were playing better, but I don't trust them.
This would be a few wins in a row for Liverpool, right? If I said that they won. But they're at home. I'm going with you with that. Okay, good. Now, you picked Wolverhampton before. Now, will you pick
Yes.
them at home versus Manchester United?
No. It's one thing to play Everton. It's another thing to play Man United.
I don't trust. Like, Man U's been better.
I'm really interested to see how Man U responds with Ronaldo no longer there. I have a feeling that it will be better.
Yeah. I guess such young guys and talented guys, and the Brazilians had an extra week and something off. Okay, yeah. So I went Man U as well. Bournemouth versus Palace. Will you disrespect Patrick Vieira?
I'll go draw on that one.
Okay. Nice. I'm taking Palace. Who have played better as late.
Yes.
Fulham, Southampton. This is at Craven's Cottage.
Fulham. I just don't know what really there is on that Southampton team for this new manager to work with.
Yeah.
That can beat a team that's been playing as well as Fulham has. So
We can wait. We'll wait a week because this is all the New Year's Eve schedule that we're talking about right now. This slate, and the transfer window will open almost immediately after these games are finished.
yeah.
Man City, Everton.
City.
Yeah, it's at the Etihad. Poor Everton, but who knows? Man City's dropped points at weird times. Castle, Leeds.
Newcastle.
Shouldn't be a surprise to anybody if Newcastle beats Leeds at home.
No.
Speaking of shouldn't be a surprise, Brighton and Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Wait, are you saying that Arsenal's going to win on the road versus mighty Brighton?
I am.
I'm saying that as well. Okay. Now, for our New Year's Day hangover enjoyment, we got Forest and Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I'm going to take them to maybe doing a watch along if anybody's finished with the praying to the porcelain god or whatever they have to do in the morning. I'll be up with you guys. Spurs and Villa.
Spurs.
Yeah, fuck, I hate saying that though, right?
God,
God
I hate it.
damn.
I hate it, but
The words taste like ashes in my mouth.
yeah.
And the last one we'll cover.
Even though it's not part of these 2 rounds of fixtures.
Mm-hmm.
The Monday game.
Because we won't be here.
Yeah.
We'll be recording after. But this will be the day we record. We get Brentford. We got Liverpool. We got
Liverpool.
I'm going to go for a draw.
Okay. That'd be interesting.
Just to be difficult. Just to be friggin' difficult.
Okay.
Well, there you go. We're back.
Sounds good.
We're back. Just in time for a break.
We're back talking about the Premier League. Just take a week off. Thank you to everyone who joined us for the World Cup coverage. I hope you stick around for the Premier League coverage for the rest of the season. Thank you to Matt for joining us earlier. And Snark, anything you want to say? Plug anything?
I want to say happy holidays to everybody, and I hope you all enjoy yourselves over the course of the next couple weeks leading into the new year. Hope everyone has a safe new year, and hope to see you New Year's Day for when we're back, hopefully doing some watch-alongs with Chelsea Forest, and look forward to seeing what should amount to be another bananas transfer window in Germany, because there's a lot of teams that need a lot of stuff, especially after World Cup with injuries.
this transfer window might be the busiest January transfer window we've seen in a very long time.
It's crazy.
It's going to be insane.
Mhm.
But yes, I echo your sentiment. Happy holidays to everyone. Thank you for joining us so far this year. I hope you have a safe and wonderful holidays, whatever you're celebrating. And we will see you on January 3rd. Bye.